Good morning everybody and welcome to a game between Team Empire and TSpirit for the Shanghai Major. I always want to say something else there, like there's always Shanghai Major 2, or like the International 6 or something like that, right? Or Dota Pit League Season 2014, something like that, but it's just the Shanghai Major. I'm sorry, we'll get the hang of that. This is for the Shanghai EU 1 qualifiers. This is gonna be Team Empire versus TSpirit. This game looked kind of interesting, and I thought we would just go with it. You can see in the bans, by the way, some interesting bans. Treant Protector, that guy has actually been kind of visible on the scene for a little bit now. He is, you know, making splashes here and there, though. He seems to really be more of like, okay, we just don't want to deal with this, or we have a certain thing in mind, and that's where Treant comes in and messes with us, so yeah, let's just not deal with that. Chen, just pretty strong. Death Prophet is insane. That hero is so good. Death Prophet has just been running everybody down. Her new ability is just incredible, insanely powerful, and the hero is so strong. So goddamn strong. So, yeah, I'm not surprised to see her banned out. She performs well in almost every single game she plays in. We see Lycan picked, which I think is really interesting. Also the Lone Druid coming out. But Lycan is actually a hero that I believe in. I think Lycan is really nice. He is kind of like, you know, like he was a little... He was buffed, right? I was gonna say like he was a little changed, but no, I would argue he was actually a buff. Lycan's ultimate now applies crit to all the units he controls, which basically means Necrobox can crit. Which is crazy. That's actually really powerful. That is actually something that allows you to burst people down super quickly during fights. Lycan is scary. I'm not too surprised to see him picked up in competitive. Also, Invoker, of course, works well with Necrobox because you can alacrity the Necrobox, right? Necrobox Warrior has the lowest base attack time in the entire game, so he benefits hugely from a low, or from an attack speed buff. But yeah, Furion getting banned out Enchantress, that I think is surprising. Sven, Gyrocopter. I'm not surprised by the Gyrocopter, but I am a little surprised by the Sven, honestly. I suppose the Sven is probably just because he actually does perform pretty well against Lycan and Invoker. Why would Sven perform well against Invoker? Just because he has BKB as like a really solid core item, he deals a lot of burst damage, right? So what Sven is gonna do, he's gonna jump in, he's gonna blink you, he's gonna stun you, he's gonna activate the ultimate, activate BKB, and just burst you down really quickly, which makes it hard to go up against. Same is true for the Lycan, right? Like, Sven is gonna do the same thing there, but he also kills the Necrobox without really taking any damage, because he does have the BKB active. So, yeah, I'm not too surprised to see him gone. A bit unusual, though. And now, let me go and admit this right here. I currently don't have any time at all to watch competitive matches. I just don't have the time. I do watch games when I can, when I cast them. But other than that, I just simply do not have the option. And as a result, I'm a little out of the meta, right? Heroes like an Enchantress, right? I can see why you would ban her. Furion, I can see why you would ban him. But I sadly cannot give you too big of an insight, because like they are banned out, so I obviously can't watch a game with them in it. You have to excuse me if it comes to those things. I'm sorry. I wish I could watch more. I'll try. I'll make a conscious effort to watch more. It's just sadly not possible for me right now. A lot of you are also asking, Baumi, why are you not applying for any casting studios? It's just right now is not the time for it. This is actually when I planned on casting, or like applying for casting studios originally. But other things happened, and now it's just not the time for it. It has to wait. So I'm just mostly casually casting for my own channel, for my enjoyment, and, you know, kind of like practice, getting good at it still and all of that. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way, just so all of you know. And, well, let's look at the last few picks. We got Undying, Dazzle, Tusk, and Slaughter bans. We got a Bane coming out. Bane having a super high win rate in EU. It's actually an interesting statistic about Bane, but Bane is the hero that has a very high win rate in the EU, right? Has an okay-ish win rate in China. Or I guess Southeast. Just the East. Let's just say the East, right? I'm not actually sure which region it is, but the East. I think it's China. And then we have... or Southeast Asia. Either one. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. And then we have America, where Bane actually has a very low win rate. Interestingly enough, TSpirit has a 100% win rate in Europe, and has a 0% win rate in China. I don't know, it's just a little bit weird like that. Some odd statistics there. Anyway, Razor banned out. That's interesting. That's really, really interesting. But we're gonna see the Doom coming out from Empire. Last big Doom. Doom, very powerful. Very, very powerful. I like his new ability a lot. I think it's much better than Level Death. So honestly, I feel like Doom got maybe possibly even buffed a little in the patch, which is odd to think about, considering how strong Doom was in the first place, but alright. And a last pick coming out from TSpirit. It seems like they are lacking an off... No, actually, not an offlaner. Another support. Yeah, there we go. Abaddon coming out. I'm not terribly surprised by that. Abaddon is just an all-around really solid guy. He's gonna keep your team alive, and you have the Dazzle Abaddon dual healing core. Which healing is always difficult to break through, right? And especially for heroes like Doom, like Lone Druid, they don't necessarily have a lot of burst, right? They are not really good at just killing somebody really, really quickly. And as a result, abilities like the Healing Wave and like the Aphotic Shield are just gonna keep your team alive for even longer. So I'm not too surprised again to see an Abaddon here. Anyway, I think we have that, and we gotta go ahead and slow this down yet again. And there we go. Going into the match. So we're gonna see Ramses 666 playing the Lycanthrope. Probably going into the... Actually, no. Wait. I expected him to go into the safe lane, but it seems he's currently roaming into the mid. Maybe that's an aggressive try. We'll see how this works out for them. A little bit odd, right? But anyway, we have Afterlife playing the Slardar. Always wanna fly on the Dazzle, Goblak on the Abaddon, and Iceberg on the Invoker. On the other side, we have Resolution playing the Lone Druid, Alosha on the Tusk, No Fear on the Undying Havost, who is now playing for Team Empire, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Playing the Vengeful Spirit. Actually, this is looking like, yeah, this is definitely a core Vengeful Spirit. So don't be surprised Havost didn't suddenly start playing support. This is a core Vengeful Spirit. And we got Funnick playing the Doom. So it's gonna be interesting seeing how this plays out. I gotta admit, I'm generally speaking not a big fan of core Vengeful Spirit, right? I have yet to see her really do a lot that way. Even in the games where she performed well, I always felt like another hero would have done more. But, you know, maybe this is the match that convinces me. But so far, I'm still not necessarily convinced by that. Anyway, we see the Invoker in the mid lane. Somehow has alacrity on him. I'm calling nonsense on that, seeing as he's level 1. Oh god, is the replay bugging out? Yeah, there was just a patch for Dota. This game was played today. Today. As I'm casting, today. And the replay is already fucked up. I don't know what to do, people. We're just gonna have to put up with that. I hope you don't mind it too much. But anyway, we'll make that work. So it seems we're actually gonna have an aggressive lane here. Lycan going into the top. Always want to fly right behind him, supporting. There's a nice combo there, of course, with the wolves. Comboing into the healing wells. Healing wave, shadow wave actually is what it's called. That allows you to kind of, you know, get a bit of burst in, but no, they see that actually they are putting the offlane into the proper offlane. It seems they expected an aggressive tri-lane and wanted to dodge it. But Team Empire double mind games then, and doesn't put their tri-lane into the offlane. Instead, they put it back into the tri-lane because they expected TSpirit to put their tri-lane into the off-lane because they were expecting the same from Team Empire. That's it. That's how it goes. Anyway, by the way, this is how we know that Iceberg has alacrity on him when he has 2 alacrities on him. Yeah. That's a bit awkward, but alright. That's gonna be interesting to see, I guess. This is probably going to vanish once he dies. Right, so... don't worry about it too much. Resolution actually playing in the mid here. Lone Druid with his bear, that's interesting. One thing I also think is pretty interesting is that the bear does not have a stout shield. I would actually like to see one on that guy. The bear has a lot of HP, don't get me wrong, right? Pretty tanky, has a decent amount of armor, but he also tends to take a lot of hits, right? He tends to tank a lot, he tends to just be in the middle, just like that, right? And having the stout shield, not so much to block the hero damage, but to block the creep damage, because you tend to be more liberal with the bear, allowing Misha to actually take a lot of creep damage. You know, I wouldn't mind it too much if he actually just went for like a casual stout shield. But alright, you know what? That's fine. But yeah, at the bottom we have Undying and Doom going up against Dazzle and Lycan. Top lane, currently Slaughter soloing against the Vengeful Spirit. And then we have the two supports just kind of roaming around, not doing much of anything. Mid, surprisingly enough, actually is going very well for the Lone Druid here. 12 and 4 as opposed to 6 and 3. I guess that's not too surprising, right? Like, there's some definite potential here. This has been done before. It's not really something super new, right? But it's still something we haven't seen in a while, right? And it's mostly thanks to the buff, of course, that Lone Druid received recently, that he can actually do these things now. He's no longer reliant on having the E and then, you know, not really moving that quickly because he can't skill Rabbit and he just needs a lot of skill points. It's just kind of awkward. But now he can just simply go ahead, max out the bear. The bear is going to have all the benefits it would have otherwise. And it just allows him to lane in a much more powerful way. As you can see, like, this is actually a huge benefit how fast the Lone Druid runs around, right? Both the bear and the actual hero. At the bottom, Doom is currently just kind of like going in on this a little bit. He has not skilled the Infernal Blade yet, so the cash flow point into that, not even gonna be something we will see for now. He's just mostly sitting in the lane, farming up. Doom, of course, cheats if it comes to money. Oh, wait, will you look at that? Abaddon trapped out by the Tusk here. The little skirmish they had going on for the past hour, it seems, might end up working out in favor of Empire, but no. No first blood yet. Both teams are just kind of... they're playing it safe, right? Both teams are okay with farming up for now. Both teams are just fine with sitting back and being alright. And oh, actually, Afterlife, he's looking for something. Nope. Nice Ice Shout's gonna block off the entrance here and make sure that the Slaughter will not get anything done. I'm actually... I don't know. I honestly don't think the Slaughter could have gotten anything done. That seemed pretty risky. Oh, by the way, at the bottom, always on a fly, secures the kill on the Doom. The Sunstrike also coming in, but a bit late on that. Not necessarily needed. Doom goes down to the tower. Yeah, he went in really greedy right there, it seemed. Bit of a shame we kind of missed that a little while. Got distracted by what's happening up here. Yeah, no, let me go and say this, by the way. These are Russian teams, right? Always Wanna Fly has played on Russian teams before, so has Goblag. Russian teams, traditionally speaking, tend to kind of stick to themselves, right? They kind of like have, like, you know, like a Russian team is gonna look for a Russian player. That's basically what I'm saying. Russians are also known for being very aggressive if it comes to Dota. Very aggressive. So what we're probably gonna see is some high action coming out once it actually starts, right? Now that's traditionally speaking. Honestly, these days traditions have kind of been thrown out of the window. Of course, TI4 was won by a Chinese team going balls to the wall aggressive on everybody and nobody saw it coming. So that's something that nobody would have believed me if I had told them that 5 years ago. I'm just saying, right? Like, these kind of traditional roles, they don't necessarily still apply. We got Slaughter coming in. He does have the sprint ready. Also, Iceberg, he's looking for something. Oh, there we go. Afterlife, he runs in, but no. Resolution sees it from a mile away. He's just even gonna transform into the what is that actually called? The bear form, I suppose. It's just the bear form, right? Just gonna transform into the bear. Sit in the mid lane and gonna continue being fine. It's almost impossible to gank him at this point. He's sitting at 9 armor, 1000 HP, right? He even has that Savage Roar available. And on top of all of that, he also has the option of Battlecry, which, please do not underestimate Battlecry. Battlecry is very powerful. This ability is really strong. 90 bonus damage on both units. Like, that's gonna tear you apart this early on. 180 bonus damage. Invoker, that's like 5 hits. Right, 5 hits and he's done. End of the story. So, that's kind of something to keep in mind. Abaddon, in the meantime, he's just kind of jungling up. He picked up an Iron Talon. He hasn't really found much of a lane so far. He's mostly just sitting wherever he can. Oh, we got the Entangle on the Invoker. Tusk also coming in. The Snowball connects. And oh, no. You gotta carry some detection if you want this guy. They did actually have detection. No, that's interesting. They did actually have a sentry. I guess the Tusk wasn't looking to waste that one. It was almost in tower range. I feel like if he had put it down, then, you know, the tower would have just killed it, and they weren't sure they were actually going to be able to secure the kill on the Invoker, but I feel like that was something that was at least worth attempting, right? It's something that you should at least try to make happen, but I suppose for the time being, we're just going to have to deal with this. No fear in the meantime, he's just sitting back. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how Empire is doing their lanes, right? They're kind of rotating in and out. They have Funnick now jungling, right? It's overall just both, you know, all three lanes are mostly just a rotation. The top lane, not so much as the others, because there is... Oh, actually, God. No, Abaddon. Why is there even an Abaddon? Okay, wait. We're gonna see this one. Okay, there's Goblug. I honestly did not expect the Abaddon to die at all. Okay, we have the ice shots coming in. The bear is just poking him. Just poking him. Just poking him. Oh, that is so mean on the entangle at the last hit. Yeah, okay, you can't blame me for missing that one, because that's just unfortunate. Poor old Goblug. Yeah, that... I always hate those, where it just seems like the supports are just saying, like, I just want to help, and then everything falls apart for them, and they die, and it's like, oh, god damn it. Anyway, Lycan gonna be pushing the bottom here. Summons the walls. Gonna go to work on the tombstone. That's, of course, something you can use those guys for, which is really, really nice. You know, that thing dies rather quickly that way. And down goes the tower. Lycan, of course, having huge pushing potential. Already working on the Vladimirs here, has his threats. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. I honestly don't see this guy picking up anything that's, you know, crazy in any sort of capacity, right? He'll probably just go Vladimirs, Necrobok, BKB, something like that, right? And I don't see anything that's wrong with that. It's just a really, really powerful item build. Another cool thing about Lycan... Oh, actually, they're gonna go in on this. They activate the ultimate. Alosha trying to trap him out. A few more hits is gonna do it, but the snowball, he's trying to drag him back. I like that a lot. That's a nice play, but might also just be him trying to get off. Did the swap come in? Chabos stuns, always want to fly. They get the dazzle. They get the dazzle. Lycan's just gonna have to run away right here. And some greedy fights. Oh, the Sunstrike! The Sunstrike. Iceberg secures that one. Gets himself a kill. And I guess in the end it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. I would actually argue that might be in favor of TSpirit. It's probably even. Honestly, it's probably even. But yeah, Lycan, he almost has the Vladimir stun. This is just gonna make him more and more powerful. Vladimir is so nice for so many reasons, right? Like, all of the benefits from the Vladimirs, the bonus damage, the mana regen, the lifesteal, right? All of this is fantastic. Another important thing to keep in mind about Lycan, right? Lycan is all about buffing up his summons. Lycan is not really a hero that fights on his own. He has his walls, he has his necrobox, and there we go again with that aura, right? Buffing up those guys. Also, it's just, generally speaking, a very nice item that you want to have on any team, right? There's nothing wrong with having Vladimir's just because you want the aura for your team, right? Like, it's just a really good item. I really like Vladimir's, in case you haven't noticed. I think Vladimir's is awesome. It's super powerful. So, yeah, Lycan is going to go ahead and grab that, and I'm sure he's going to be very happy that he has it already. In the meantime, always want to fly, caught out up at the top lane. They put down a tombstone. 2 zombies are out. That should be enough to secure the kill. Yes, even the snowball waiting out the shallow grave. Doesn't quite get it, but in the end it doesn't matter. Zombies finish that one off. No Fear takes the kill, and well, it's 2-3 now in favor of Team Empire. And nothing too big, honestly. It's just a tiny kill, but in the end, you know, we take those, right? One thing I think is really interesting, by the way, is that Abaddon is literally jungling. He's level 5. He's not doing great, right? But he's Abaddon. I mean, Abaddon isn't good at jungling, right? But this is actually an interesting point to make. Literally any hero in the game can jungle, right? You can do it. Is it gonna be good? No. No. It's not gonna be good for every hero. Don't be silly. But you can do it, especially with the Iron Talon. And that's what we see happening here. Oh, Afterlife gonna be doomed up, but there's actually no way he deals enough damage. There was no backup there, and you can expect some backup coming out from the other side. In the meantime, Iceberg gonna be entangled. Invoker going down. Nice. 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 I like the aggression coming out. You gotta go for those, right? That's what Misha's about. You gotta get those entangles. Gotta get the roots, keep him in place, lock him down. That shit actually deals a lot of damage, right? If you look at this, 3 seconds, 60 damage, physical damage 180. That's decent, right? That's really, really solid. But the 3-second disable, of course, that's the big deal there. And Invoker goes down in the end. What's actually the proc chance? 20%? Yeah, alright. Alright, alright. Also was doing, got himself drums. Got himself Ring of Aquila. So the usual, like, really stats-based build for the Vengeful Spirit. Alright, I guess. I suppose so. Also maxing out the Wave of Terror. I imagine that's for farming. right? You can already see him using it here, and yes, this is not necessarily something you would do if you're like looking to really fight a ton early, because honestly, the magic missile just probably adds more damage. Although, I guess it's a little debatable for his lineup, right? You have to launch through it with a lot of physical damage output. Undying is actually a lot of physical damage too. We have Task, Doom, kinda, I guess he kinda hits people, right? But, yeah, anyway. I think this is mostly just for farming, because he was uncontested for most of this, right? He was just chilling up top, and, he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well. Lycan is out-farming him in terms of last hits, but I'm pretty sure in terms of... Actually, net worth too. Yeah, right. Towers. The thing is just that Lycan is farming jungle creeps. You're gonna get more jungle creeps, right? And there's just more in the jungle. Just more creeps there. They're not worth more. Not necessarily. Not all the time. But, well, occasionally they are. But, you know, you gotta keep in mind that you're just gonna get more creeps. Like, if I have the same amount of net worth on 2 heroes, but one farm the jungle and one farm the lane, then the guy in the jungle is gonna have more last hits. That's just how it goes. Anyway, we have a Roshan attempt. Dazzle breaks all of the armor though. That's pretty big. Oh no, they missed Crush Tombstone up on the cliff though. That's going to be a great position for that. And they take down the lone druid. Actually, we've got Ramses going in, putting out all of the damage. And look at that. That's the Dazzle. That's the Weave. Can they get a few more hits in? Oh, we got the Meatball coming out. Oh, it connects nicely. Actually, no. Habos just sitting in the back. No fear taken down by Ramses. He's now fighting it up with Habos. He's going to lose that one, I think. Yes, there goes the Lycan in the meantime. Invoker's still in the middle of this. Oh, all of these zombies. But the Aphotic Shield is going to... make sure that the task goes down. Now it's Iceberg going up against Rabos, and poof! Team Empire falls. Abaddon, Goblock coming in big time right here after the missed crush. Somehow the initiation works out in favor of Team Spirit. And Empire falls apart. That's a big, big fight. And look at that. That's 2,000 gold. 2,000 gold just in their favor. You look at that. That's a nice graph. That's what you're looking for if you're Team Spirit. These are the fights that you really, really need. And Invoker is very happy with that one. He has the Sound of Midas. He's going to start working on his Necrobook. And that's actually going to be an interesting thought, right? Like, we have the Necrobook coming out on Invoker, who is, by the way, going for Quasic Sword. Not Quasvex, Quasic Sword. Which, that's, yet again, it's going to give them more summons. Lycan buffs up not only his own summons, but all the summons, right? He buys auras. He has the Howl. Like, these are things that are going to affect even the Forge Spirits, right? And the Necrobooks from the Invoker. It would be kind of funny if somebody else also got Necrobook, but I just honestly don't see anyone having the money. The Slaughter needs different items. He does have the Blink Dagger though, and that's another Roshan attempt. But yet again, another Weave coming out, reducing the armor to barely anything, right? Doom, he's at negative. This guy, at negative. Well, he didn't get hit, I guess. But this guy, he's also dropping really, really low. It's gonna be a bit longer until he drops to negative, but at the same time, you know, you just can't have that. You can't have that against a high physical damage output team. And you have Iceberg, right? You have the Invoker. Invoker with Quasic Sword is actually pretty high in terms of physical damage. He hurts a lot. So anyway, we see Roshan this time attempted by Team Spirit. I wonder if Empire knows. It seems like they do. Yes, they definitely knew. The Wave of Terror comes out. Yet again, though, the Weave. The Weave. Roshan goes down. Invoker picks it up. We have the Doom coming out on Afterlife. Tusk. Shit. Oh god. Tusk taking a lot of shit. Awkward fight. Awkward fight. Alright everybody, we're gonna go ahead and go back real quick. I'm sorry about that. I'm still a little sick. Still a little sick. I thought I could do that, but I'm just talking too much. Oh god. Don't have any TI, but we can power through this. Trust me on this. Anyway, Roshan being attempted. Roshan being attempted. Oh god. Here we go. He goes down. Invoker walking there. Anyway, Afterlife, we got a snowball coming out on him. Warrior's Punch as well. It's a lot of ultimates and a lot of commitment just for the starter. He's probably gonna be fine, however. Lycan now coming in, cutting up the rest of the team. In the meantime, in the background, the Tombstone dealing a lot of damage. It's up on the cliff yet again. Goblock might fall. Yes, Resolution picks up that kill. Undying. Actually, no, Undying gets it, but so far, it's a 1-for-1. Undying traded for the Abaddon. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's alright. Right? I feel like Team Spirit is going to take that, because in the end, they do get Roshan. They do get Roshan, and it's going to push them just even a little. Actually, no, kind of force off a bit afterwards. Yeah, but in the end, I still think they're happy with that, right? That's an Aegis on the Invoker. And they don't really care as much about having Slaughter succeed, right? If you look at TSpirit's lineup, they are all about having the Lycan and the Invoker just get items. They want the Necrobox free. Once these guys have Necrobox free, they'll just push and end the game. That's the plan, right? That's the strategy. Meantime, Slaughter, by the way, goes down to a lone druid over here, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, there we go. The push still continues. We got the Necrobox coming out, and with all of these summons, it's really hard to go up against that. Really, 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 really tough. The tower taking a lot of damage here. Even the Abaddon, by the way, with the Curse of Avernus, buffing up the creeps even more, right? He gets one hit in on the tower, and then any ally that attacks it is going to gain the buff. So the push potential is just enormous. Necrobook coming up, Necrobook 2 on Invoker. Lycan is gonna get there soon too, because Lycan just farms really, really fast. So I wonder what Team Empire can do here, right? What is the Lone Druid going for? Hand of Midas. Has 2.7 grand. Very much looking like Radiance, right? So Radiance I think is nice, because it actually allows you to kind of get some damage in all of the summons. At the same time, the problem with Radiance is it's not actually gonna kill any of the summons. Right? Like, it's gonna damage them, but they're not gonna die. So you need a little bit more damage output there, and you do have that maybe, like in form of the Doom, possibly of the Task of the Undying, right? And by the way, one important thing to keep in mind, okay, Lycan struggles, sometimes struggles to hit people. Not because he's not fast enough or anything like that, but just because there are like so many units around that he just can't get there, right? He's just getting blocked. Tombstone zombies are going to be a problem regarding that, right? They're going to spawn on all of the summons, they're going to spawn on the Lycan, on all of the heroes. There will be a lot of stuff on the field. There's so many units on the field, right? That maybe it's just going to be hard to move around, right? That is a serious possible problem. We have Necrobook 3 on the Invoker now. Lycan has Necrobook 2 done, and there we go with the push. Mid tower is taking a lot of pressure. I like how the Abaddon always runs in and just gets a hit in, right? Just making sure he busts up his allies. I know it's not a lot, but yeah, it's 10 attack speed. We take those, right? Like, that's what it is. It's 10 attack speed. We take those. And now they're gonna just start taking more and more towers, right? And that's the struggle Team Empire finds themselves in. They can't really fight into the Necrobooks, right? They can't really fight into it, and they can't really do anything else. I mean, you're not gonna outfarm them because they're gonna take all of your towers and, well, shit, right? You don't want that. It seems they are looking to push, right? They're gonna go into the mid. They don't actually have bad pushing potential. They do have a Lone Druid, right? Lone Druid very good at breaking down towers, very, very fast. So it seems they're gonna try to turn this around. However, you need to keep in mind, I think TSpirit is just fine with trading. Yeah, they're just gonna walk down the top. Summons are out, Necrobook's not even used yet, but this tower's gonna fall, and that's gonna give Lycan his Necrobook free. Actually, he probably has it already, what's on there? No, it's just a medallion. Oh wait, but he does have the Necrobook free if he wants it now. Sure, he's gonna buy it, and there we go. Necrobook summoned by Iceberg, and this is the thing, right? Yes, you can push, but you're not all pushing that, you're not fast enough. You're just not fast enough. Lycan goes in. And there we go with the Tombstone coming out, dropping into everything. We got Goblak doomed up, but that's not the target you want. That is not at all the target you want. That's the Abaddon. That guy is not dying anytime soon. Slaughter comes in with the crush on Funnick. Funnick swapped out at the last second, goes down anyway. In the meantime, the tower's just dying. The tower's just dying. Oh, we do have the Lone Druid though, scaring away all of the units. That's definitely an upside he can, definitely an advantage he has right here. But the bear just drops. The bear just goes down. Just reclaimed. Iceberg is gonna heal up right here, but it seems like TSpirit might retreat, seeing as the Necrobooks cooled down. They are dead now, Undying. However, gets crushed, gets amplified, and down he goes. 4 versus 5. They're gonna go for this. They're looking for these barracks, and they're gonna get him. That's a dead melee barracks. That's a dead range barracks, and Empire just has nothing to fight into. The Afterlife yet again misses another crush, but he still initiates the fight. He goes down. They're gonna trade him for a Lasher now. Funnick now on the run. He has a lot of minus armor on him, and Doom really just can't properly fight into Goblak. Ultimate back online. He's gonna be fine. Iceberg now stunned up, taking a lot of damage. Rara's Punch even coming out, and Iceberg will fall in the end. So it seems that TSpirit stuck around a bit too long, even the snowball on Goblock, and he's gonna be taken down as well. Definitely. So TSpirit stuck around a bit too long, right? They had an advantage, they took it, they pushed for it, they got the barracks, but in the end, a bit greedy, just a tiny bit, right? They wanted more. I guess that's a little bit of something that Team Empire can use right here to, you know, maybe come back into the game, but this is looking bad. This is looking really, really bad. And now, look, 7,500 gold, that's a lead, right? Not insurmountable, and we have seen much bigger comebacks. Much, much bigger. The problem, however, is not the net worth, right? One thing these statistics don't show is the fighting potential, right? We have Lycan, Necrobok free down. He's gonna start working on BKB, not on Aghanim's, I don't know, what the fuck, on BKB. Abaddon is getting close to his Aghanims, right? Dazzle now has the Medallion. All of these items, while they're not necessarily expensive, they are still game winning. And you can see this right here, the potential, the fighting, it's just overwhelming. Alosha picked off yet again, and this is where the push starts, right? With the Tusk dead, the Necroboks are out, the Summons are out, Lycan, he's just sieging down the mid. And it just breaks. The tower is dead. They have no glyph. They have nothing ready for this. Havas is trying to fight in, but he's out of mana. He's out of resources. Ramses, he's gonna fall, I suppose. He's trying to trade for the tombstone. He's gonna go ahead and kill that with his Necrobooks, it seems. But in the end, the barracks still went down. Empire, they're fighting it up. They're going for Goblock, but that's just not gonna happen. The 3-man crush, the meatball. Funnick, in the end, still secures a double kill for himself. Abaddon also picked off. Actually, we got TSpirit kind of falling apart a little. Invoker taking a lot of damage. Nice crush from Afterlife. Iceberg pushes him away. Is he going to be able to get out of this one? He does have TP boots, so he's pretty fast. And it seems that, yes, in the end, he will be fine. But look, all the while this happened, right? Yes, Team Empire won a fight. Barracks are dead. There's no way Team Empire can push right now with 2 lanes down. They can't. Right. They can't take Roshan. They can't even farm properly. And if they lose another, if this happens again, the game is over. They cannot fight back Mega Creeps. They just don't have the team for it. I mean, no way. It doesn't happen. So, what are the plays here? Right? What are the options? They really, like, they're winning some fights, which is good. You gotta do that. You gotta win some fights, right? That's how you come back into this. And they are fighting well, and they're fighting hard, right? They're really, like, putting everything they have into it. But in the end, like, their barracks are still dying. And it's just the objective gaming coming out from TSpirit. It's, like, completely running them over. It's just absolutely overwhelming. Aghanim's now soon gonna be ready on Invoker. He only needs another Grand. Lycan basically has the BKB. I assume he already has the Warhammer. Yes, he does. So we are gonna see the BKB come out from him soon. Yep, there we go. Gonna make him basically unstoppable during fights. And, oh, I like what they're doing, though. The smoke attempt, right? Again, we need to take fights. We need to win fights. That is really, really important right here. They do have the smoke. However, Tusk is kind of out of position. They go in on Ramses. He activates the Necrobok, however, and he's purged out of the Goblock in the meantime. Doomed up. Funnick goes in on him, but he's burst down by the Invoker. 2-star creating a lot of chaos. Honestly, I have no fucking clue what's happening here. We got the Slaughter fighting it out with the bear. He's now gonna secure the kill on the Undying. In the meantime, it just seems like Empire's falling apart. They can't really fight this. In the background, we got Havas. He's not the only one that's around, honestly. Like, everybody else had to either retreat or died. He's gonna be picked off. In the meantime, we lose the Tusk to the Invoker. Havas, he's still running. He's still running the Sunstrike, and it's gonna secure the kill on the Vengeful Spirit. That's 4 down. They get nothing else out of it. They don't get a single kill. And that is probably the nail in the coffin. There's such a big advantage now. And not only is it a big advantage, but it's pushing time. Right? It's pushing time. If they're not gonna push for buildings, right, they're gonna at least take the tier 2 down here. But we got the TP into the Roshan pit, which is already taken down. Right? It's already dying. The Lycan is gonna be back in a second. Actually, wait, he's already there. Oh. I didn't see him. There's so many units here. Come on. Give me a break. Yeah, there's so many units around here, but... Right, the Lycan is back, and now all they're waiting for is cooldowns. Right, they have edges. They have They have everything they need. All of the items are ready. The only thing they require at this point is for the Necrobox to be offline again. Online again, right? They just need their stuff to be ready. And as long as they get that, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Also, holy hell, Ether Lens. You gotta be kidding me. Really on that hero? Like he didn't have enough range before. Alright. But yeah. So, this is looking rough for Empire. And yes, the kill score is even. Yes, the kill score is not really looking that bad, but... Oh, God. Alright. 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 The Forge Spirits are already marching in. We got an Alacrity coming out. Just slowly getting some damage in on that tower, right? This is not doing a lot. It's just doing a bit. And that tiny little bit is already good enough. And look at that. Half of the Dominator on the creep. And then it gets Midas. Oh, that's funny. It's just like, wait, you steal my creep? I don't think so. Not on my watch. Nope, there's the Necrobook used, the BKB used instead of the Necrobook. That's a little unfortunate. That might actually delay the push a little. And, oh, we got a crush, but no follow-up so far. Tornado, it's gonna fly. Oh my god, the meatball. But however, task keeping Funnick alive for a little while longer. Goblak sitting in the middle. They get the bear. And, oh, the Sunstruck. Iceberg secures the kill. Iceberg secures the kill, always on the fly, swapped in. He's probably gonna fall right here, honestly, but Havos also goes down. We got the Lone Druid still trying to get space, and Iceberg is sitting in the middle of this. He does have the archers though, keep that in mind. And while he's probably going to fall right now, he can still fight. He will be back in 3 seconds, that's nothing. Ramses trying to take this down, and oh, the triple kill. The triple kill for Iceberg. And that tower is still dying. Alosha, maybe next in line. He's actually trying to fight it up a bunch, but the Ultra Kill coming out with the Godlike for Iceberg. The tower's falling, we got the buybacks. At least one buyback. Doom is gonna be back in a second. Lone Druid is still around. Lone Druid is still around, we got the Crush coming on, and Alosha with the Rampage! Giving it to Iceberg right here. Invoker growing stronger and stronger by the second and feeling himself more and more and more. He's doomed up, but he doesn't even care anymore. At this point, he just right-clicks things, and that's the second... Wait, actually, no, he doesn't get that kill. Damn it, that would have been nice. It would have been like a 5-man rampage or a 6-man rampage, actually. Invoker might actually die right here. Yeah, the deny. Oh, I like that one. However, look at this. Ramses doesn't care. He just wants barracks. Right, he knows he's gonna fall. He knows, but he doesn't care. Because that's all you need right now. And actually, we got the TP back in from Iceberg. He summons the Necrobox. I wonder if he's gonna prioritize just getting the racks. No, not so far. Not so far. He's still taking a lot of damage. Walks into a sentry. Oh, Dazzle comes in big time, keeping his ally alive right here. Rabos is looking to take him instead. Always on a fly, taking quite a few hits already. The stun comes out and Dazzle falls. The range barracks, however, is halfway done. I honestly don't see what Empire can do right now. They're gonna stay in the game. They're gonna stay in the game because they're not gonna give up the second game of the best of 3, but they're already 1 down. Right, at this point, might as well play it out. You never know. Maybe something crazy can happen, but it just seems out of reach. It just seems out of reach. You have a buffer of 450 health. At this point, what TSpirit can and probably will do is they're just gonna send the summons in, right? They're not even gonna give you the respect of fighting it up properly. They're gonna summon the Necrobox, they're gonna put Alacrity on one of them, they're gonna summon the Forge Spirits, the Walls, all of their nonsense, buff a thing with the Photic Shield and just run it all in, click on the barracks is gonna fall, and at that point you lost because you're going up against Mega Creeps. So, that's a bit of a problem. Invoker, by the way, look at this guy. 16 and 3, gets a Rampage. He must be really happy about this one. He must be very happy. We haven't actually... Oh god, I forgot about the Networth tab. Sorry about that. I don't know, I thought this game wasn't really that dependent on that, honestly. And it's actually been a very fun game. I really have enjoyed this one. I hope you all are enjoying it too. Except for that one hiccup in the middle of the match. I'm sorry about that. I'm still a little sick, right? Guess I didn't drink enough tea. Although I'm drinking a shit ton of tea. Like, so much tea, man. You don't even know. Alright, there we go. Yeah, like an ultimate use. He's actually just gonna run in himself. BKBs it and just takes down the barracks. Takes it down. They know. Everybody knows. It's done. It's game over. Doom trying to fight it up. They even have, like, the ultimate coming out on the Invoker. It's gonna be fine. Empire running in for one last-ditch effort, but they have 1 second. This is where the Mega Creeps spawn. And this is where they honestly, I always say this, but when you get Mega Creeps, right, like, you have a minute, right? You have a minute to kind of make a comeback happen. Afterwards, your win chances drop so low, but you have a minute. They're not gonna be able to use that minute because they lose the Undying. They lose Havas, the Vengeful Spirit, the core Vengeful Spirit yet again. Not really coming through. We have the buyback, Funnick. They're just fighting it out, but honestly for no good reason. At this point, TSpirit can even just walk in and finish the match. Oh nice, the Reflect. Havas gonna die yet again. Oh, he's just taking so much damage. So much damage. The GG. It doesn't really matter. TSpirit qualifies for the Shanghai Major. And Team Empire does not. Well, there goes that. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed that video. Little bit of a cast. I think I did alright. I don't know, considering I'm sick. I know it's a lame excuse, but you know, what do you want me to do? Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you tomorrow. Please leave feedback as per usual, and goodbye.